Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Backlog, where we try and play every game ever. I'm Dan. This is Joe.
Hey, how's it going, Dan?
I'm doing great. We got a kicking soundtrack going, and we're playing Raiden Trad.
It's a bangin', if you will.
This is one that we kind of, let's say, fished it out of the bonus bin because we're not really sure what we got here.
Well, it's been a while since we've done a palate cleanser as well.
It has absolutely been a while.
It's been, it's about time.
Yeah, it is. We're in the attract screen, and... You want to see if your start button gets us out of that? Because I am.
Are we stuck?
Okay, there we are. We are getting out of the attract screen. Live in progress as we figure it out. Now, this is us.
This is us.
The time is now. We are kicking it real with the chiptune.
And Dan's red, I'm blue.
You take that back.
Suck it.
I ain't no commie. I'm stealing your upgrade.
Oh.
It was red.
Jerk mode.
That means it's mine. I was tempted to go for that as well.
What?
Okay, take the noob sauce upgrade.
I'm all about that.
I can't hit anything. I needed to do it for me.
Oh, no.
Just score. Just score.
High score.
Just high score.
Score is life.
We also have bombs, which are ridiculous that we saw in our test to get things going.
More bomb.
Which are, oh, yep. That was a thing that we blew up before we fully saw what it is.
So these, like, I don't know, what do you classify these games as?
They become bullet hell shooters is what they are now because the only people that play them are the people who like dodging bullets. I just like putting a lot of bullets down range and killing whatever crosses my... I
already feel immensely overpowered.
Wait,
Oh, suck it! You already have that upgrade.
Wait. You can have both. Well, mine would be next level.
You can have multiple upgrades.
Okay, I wasn't sure. This is Nintendo.
Oh.
I played Raiden Fighter for like carpal tunnel level inducing amount of time.
I believe it.
But these are later versions and arcade versions. I didn't know what we're dealing with here on the SNES version.
Oh, man.
Which, by the way, we're playing the SNES version of this game.
Yeah, this is the SNES version of
I can't tell you,
Raiden Trad.
I can tell you what I bought it for. I can't tell you what it normally retails for in this day and age. You know, your mileage may vary. Let's see. Bomb. Yes.
Which one's bomb button? Oh, that was wasted.
Okay, I don't think that was the boss.
That is not a boss.
I think it's a multi-stage. So, Joe, what's your experience with these games? How much did you play?
I really enjoyed them. I've always enjoyed stuff like Gradius and anything of this ilk. I really enjoy the bullet hell aspect of it.
Gotcha.
I really like that it has kind of made its way into a lot of roguelike type stuff.
That's the first level.
Oh, look at us.
Well,
so talented. So talented.
Yeah.
I've always really enjoyed the whole like stacking upgrades.
Yeah.
Of phone games that I play nowadays, I look for these when I can.
I miss the I like the later Raiden fighters where you get these like giant screen filling homing lasers coming out of your ship.
Yes.
Laser beams that are bigger than your ship itself.
I mean, the more anime they get, the better.
Yes.
What's that?
That's a 1-up.
I'm going to need that.
Yep, yes, you sure are. I've seen how you're flying.
As I die all the time.
Yep.
It's actually been a while since I've dipped into one of these. Yeah, I take it.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, I have no upgrade. Screw you.
Well, I mean, no, screw you, apparently.
Yeah, it's, I don't know. There have been some recently that have been, like Resogun, really cool.
Resogun looked cool.
Man.
It's blue now. Oh, yes.
There you go. I really do enjoy the whole like collecting power-ups to power up your weapons.
We are now
and stacking them. And oh gosh, it is so easy
and
to just
stack
get wrecked in this.
Oh, I flew right into that train to get in front of it. Don't ask me why I tried to get in front of it.
We're using D-pad control here, and it's not my favorite. I prefer joysticks at this point.
This is not that era. This is
I'm aware.
Oh, did it get a fairy?
Ooh, is that what that is?
I don't know what. I mean, it looked like a
magical goldfish in the air.
Look, right there she is.
Dibs. Ah, you got it.
No, I'm invincible. I can't.
I'm not invincible. Jeez.
Fairy lady, where did you go?
I think we shoot it and get power-ups.
Yeah, that looks like what's going on. I shot that one, but she was already off screen.
Ooh, laser.
See, this is kind of what I mean.
Yeah, and just the crazier and crazier that it gets, the better it is.
Look, I mean, and the core mechanics are the same no matter where you go, but at the same time, there's something to be said about the visual fidelity not being there. The arcades really were something else when it came to this.
Yeah.
Because you could just do these beautiful...
Well, and you did have stick control.
And you'd have... I mean, I wasn't talking controls, I was talking just visual fidelity.
Oh,
but yes,
sure.
Yes, Joe, you don't like the stick control.
I don't like D-pads.
We get it. We get it.
D-pads can go home.
GTFO. All right, let's see. I started on
Also, this one as an older one, the bullet hellishness of it. It's
the precision is not
pretty
there.
hard to distinguish between yours and theirs.
Right.
Whereas I feel they've kind of developed these a little bit better, using different colors for different enemies
And more responsive controls.
That too. There's a little bit of a ooh.
I think this is the boss, so I'm going to drop a bomb on him.
I mean, as you should.
You know, I'm going to drop a lot of bombs on him. We're just going to scum our way
You're
through
just
this.
gonna scum it.
Yeah, like you know me. See, and I started with this on the Super Nintendo. Not Super
man.
Nintendo. This is Super Nintendo. The regular Nintendo system was what I started on.
I don't think I ever played a Raiden game.
It wasn't a Raiden game. It was 1942 and its sequel 1943, where you play a World War II era ship, but it's just this.
Oh, okay.
So we're gonna have to go back to that one if you haven't played it.
I definitely have not. And I've always been curious about like Luftrausers and
Luftrausers is kind of it's like someone trying to revisit it, but it's side scroller. Yeah, it's almost like it was designed to eat your quarters or something. Also, you like the bullet hell stuff? Take it away.
I do. I mean, I enjoy them. I have not put like hours and hours into any of them in particular. I never owned one. That was probably why I liked them so much.
Because they were something. They was your unicorn. Oh,
it really was. It was something I always wish I could have had more of, especially back in the NES days.
Yeah. Well, you were.
I had friends that had like Gradius, and I enjoyed playing it.
Gotcha. You largely missed out on the NES time, didn't you?
Yeah. I mean, we had an NES for a while, but we didn't get a lot of games.
Okay.
I played a lot of like Duck Hunt and Mario Brothers because we had that dual cart for that.
Right. The dual cart.
Dual cart.
There was the dual cart, and then there was the triple cart.
There was a triple cart?
Yes, it was Mario, Duck Hunt, and it came with. That's me hitting the bomb button as I'm trying to readjust my hands here. And then it also came with track and field for the power pad.
Oh, okay. Wow, that must have been later.
Yeah, that was later, and
and the power pad.
The power pad. That was its own thing for certain. Ooh, slow down. Too many enemies on screen.
Yeah, getting framey.
Well, we could actually. I don't know if that'll help us if we just let more tanks on the screen and we can. It
just slows everything down enough that we can just move. Yeah, it is a little. The movement's a little sluggish, but this is not terrible. That's always been one part of it that I've enjoyed. Like, it's kind of you need to learn the patterns. You need to learn when stuff is coming on screen in order to really succeed.
I think this era was more about just throwing bullets at you, and like that design out part didn't
when it's
really
trying
exist.
to just steal all your quarters. Yeah,
right. And this was from that time. I'm gonna just go. Okay, next one's yours. I called it. I said I'm gonna do this. Even look, you're fine. You have 4 lives. I have 3.
I still have 4 lives.
I should. Yeah. Yes, we're playing with cheat codes,
like we do.
Peeking behind the curtain here.
They're used to it at this point.
Speaking of like design mechanics, what I found interesting is EVE Online is commonly called spreadsheets in space.
Sure. Is that a bullet hell?
No.
Oh.
But you could have situations where you have hundreds of players in the same system at the same time because there's big battles going on, right?
Uh-huh.
And their servers can't necessarily handle that. So they came up with an ingenious idea on how that works in game. So what happens is when you have like a certain amount of ships, a certain amount of basically density of players, but their ships are all like somehow the way the drive system works or whatever it is, they're oh yes,
that's quite the.
I think that's max power.
That's a delightful upgrade.
But what it does is it creates this time dilation field, and so it slows down time. And I was reading about one battle that took like 10 hours real time. But there were so many ships in that the dilation, it was actually only a half hour of game time that it actually lasted. So basically, so you're seeing basically everything slows down to an absolute crawl. So actually everybody has increased strategic ability because they're maneuvering against each other in like sub time. And so your big ships are able to try and maneuver and try and kind of feint or try and like deal with what everybody else is doing. I might be getting the what's actually happening on that woefully wrong, but that's how the article I was reading on it was talking about. And so you have people live casting or in there like live reporting what's going on in the battle.
Shoutcasting EVE Online space battles.
Basically, yeah, kind of giving the play-by-play for what's going on in this thing, and there's like, oh, this corporation's going after this corporation, and they've called in all their allies, and it's just slowing down in real, like it's slowing down more and more as you play. Weird system. EVE Online is fascinating to me.
It is definitely as a strange MMO, I guess.
I mean, absolutely that. It meets all the qualifications. Massive multiplayer online, and I guess ships are your RPGs. I guess.
Yeah, no, it sounds good.
I don't know if it's a full Mamorbrica, but it is definitely an MMO.
Did you what was that word you just
Mamorbrica?
Is that a real thing?
Well, that's what if you say MMORPG as one word, as a word, instead of just saying the letters, Mamorbrica.
Yeah, don't do that.
I'm gonna do that.
No, stop.
Mamorbrica. It was worth it. I died, but it was worth it for what we have gained.
No. we have all lost.
You've all lost. I have grown stronger.
Jeez. Come to the dark side.
It's very jovial on the dark side, as it turns out.
Yeah. You got to keep it light.
I'm having a good time. Isn't that what matters?
Apparently.
Don't judge my lifestyle.
You don't know.
You have to accept me. Well, if I was in Canada, you'd have to accept me.
No, I miss this. Like, I am genuinely wishing I had something like this to play.
What, like a modern version of this?
More modern, yeah, like Resogun or something.
Well, you could just buy Resogun.
I could just buy Resogun.
You've clearly cited something that you think this is the heir to, so...
Yeah, as closely as I've had recently.
Yeah. 2 or 3 times this...
You got stuff like Galaxy as well.
Galaxy's more of a roguelike, though. And
and that's kind of what this genre has become.
Yeah.
It's very roguelike.
See, and I just liked dumping quarters in and just filling the screen with my bullets.
Yeah. It's always a good time just blowing up dudes all over. Ooh,
this was maybe when I worked in an arcade, and I'm like, okay, well, let me just pop some credits on. Oh, there's 40 credits on this machine, and the door's unlocked? Huh. Imagine that.
It's like, shocker. Look at you.
I was like, oh, did I just buy all the credits at Super Off-Road? All the upgrades? And I own, I'm in the top 3 of every single track? Weird. And didn't know that was a thing. Didn't know you could buy your way to victory.
It's doing okay.
Oh, yeah, I must be rich. I'm just exploiting the system.
It's the original pay to win.
It really was, and now I'm really sad now, and I have to go away. I've lost the will to fly this
You
plane.
have done this to us. You and your ilk have foisted this dark future of pay to win on us.
By falsifying the data, by pumping in false credits. They're like, well, the machine said we made this much, but we clearly didn't make that. The arcade guys have been doing this again. In fact, but to be fair, I was shown that by my manager. He's like, hey, come here, this machine's broken.
Oh, man.
I guess we're going to have to set records on every single track to make sure it works.
Man, you destroyed all arcade honor.
There's no honor in arcades. That's why they went under.
Oh, man. I kind of miss that. I wish I had been able to take part in the...
You really don't.
The high score verse.
The only time I did that, all I really did, I liked mashing buttons, and the only fighting game I was ever good at was Tekken.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but that's because the combos were simple. Oh, if I hit these 2 buttons and then hit these 2 buttons, I do this crazy backflip with the character named Law, who was basically Bruce Lee.
Well, even older stuff as well.
Pac-Mans?
Dig Dug, all that stuff. Yeah, Pac-Mans and Tetris. And
interesting.
Asteroids. Yeah. That stuff would have been fun. Back in a time where people cared about that stuff.
Right. I was actually there, and there's also some graphical places that you could get on arcade machines that you couldn't get otherwise.
Yeah, true.
Like the Star Wars arcade game.
Or some of the vector machines.
Silent Scope.
Ooh, yeah, Silent Scope was cool.
Big old plastic sniper rifle on the front of that.
I enjoyed doing that.
Well,
yeah.
And I remember helping out. I'd help out buddies on. Oh, he dodged me. It juked me.
Dibs. It's like, you got juked. I'm gonna steal it.
Yeah, I didn't chase it. That's run to the ball. This is rule 1. I remember helping a buddy get through Silent Scope by standing next to it. So he's in the scope, and when he couldn't find a guy,
you were a spotter.
I would just pull the scope over the general region of where he needed to go.
Aim assist.
Early
days.
Literal aim assisting.
There you
I
go.
was actually spotting for him, like, oh, go here. Oh, go here. Oh, go here.
That was high right.
That was what?
High right.
Yeah. They're like, no, asshole, it's right here.
Shoot the fish.
I just touched her.
Oh, I thought it like pooped out
We
buffs.
put so many bullets through her.
Yeah.
Bulletproof Fairy,
didn't give
now
us
in
any
theaters. You don't actually want to see that movie.
I definitely not.
I mean, it could be cool,
Starring
but
Sean William Scott.
who's that?
Never mind.
Well, you don't want to break it down for all the people on the watching the video?
If you don't know,
You
it's
know
kinda
if you
just
know?
like, yeah, if you know, you'll get it.
Okay. Well, I don't get it, and that's fine. That's fine.
It's a buddy cop movie with Sean William Scott and The Rock.
Is that the... He was the guy
American Pie guy.
Okay, he was also in The Rundown?
Yes.
Okay, I know.
Oh, right. Yeah, that movie already exists.
Yeah, you absolutely just said, it's this thing. This thing already exists.
I do love The Rundown.
You know who was fantastic in the buddy action movie? I really liked Steve Zahn in Sahara.
Oh, Sahara's one of my favorites.
Fantastic. That was really good.
It's surprisingly good.
It was
I am
light enough.
sad
Yeah.
That was supposed to end up being like a series of stuff with Matthew McConaughey and Steve Zahn.
Did he decide that was when he decided he actually wanted to be
I think
serious?
it just didn't do well enough in the box office for them to keep it going.
It's
Because
that-
that had William H. Macy. It was so good.
That had all the makings of being a great series.
It was like a weird Indiana Jones kind of...
A bunch of emotionally distant dudes just being like, yeah, that almost blew up, whatever. I could die, I don't care.
We're going to do a Panama.
Like, yeah, well, we thought we were in Panama.
But
And then it had, what's it, Dwight from The Office.
Oh, right.
Rain
Wilson.
Williams. I'm like, River Phoenix?
That's a different guy.
Yes, it is.
Hey, now
she's
it's pooping buffs. Give me the buffs,
Gross.
fish.
I absolutely don't want to see this movie.
Give me the buffs. But
Bulletproof Fairy, the upgrade pooper. Anyway,
I mean, where's the movie make of these? Like, when are we going to get a
Raiden fighters?
A Raiden
in
movie?
Pacific Rim style?
Ooh, yes, absolutely. Give me just
Top Gun meets Pacific Rim?
Yes.
Yeah,
absolutely.
All right.
Absolutely.
Maybe fighting kaiju?
Sure. As long as they're also flying and bullet helling.
Did we just get to the end of this? I have no control.
I think we're... This is a cutscene. We're on a cutscene.
The early in-engine cutscenes were all right, I guess.
Yeah. Wait, what? We're not done.
No. Oh,
there's no way.
Tell me we're going to...
This is just a big boss fight.
I think we're... Is this our ship, or is this there?
Do we... is that
So
where we're
many
going?
questions!
Do we go in space?
The more of this I see, the more questions I have. Well, red and blue... Did we defend our ship, and now we get to go land?
We did just land. Oh, okay. Did we just do a big circle?
I mean, yeah.
Except we stopped in air. And
But
kept
clearly,
going.
this has seen some stuff. Our
Well,
ship...
I'm going to go ahead and say these bullet hells a little narratively lacking. Like,
that are rich in headcanon.
rich in headcanon. I mean, little column A, little column B.
Yeah, does a good job. Your ship got thrashed, but you... Oh, we're going to space!
I love how we're just like, we're not going to land. We're just going to keep on going.
We're like, things are bad back
oh,
up.
Man, it's
oh,
now
geez.
asteroids.
Oh, jeez.
Awesome. It's getting real.
I need more anti-asteroid upgrades. Give me more.
Man, it's so raw.
Yeah, this Raiden Trad, tell you what.
Raiden Trad, man. Got the curveballs.
Oh! I clipped the back end of that.
That's not good.
I hindered that.
Hinder's a great word.
Hinder's a great
Hinder
word.
is a great word.
Yeah, it's great how it's funny how many times you use it, or when I use it, I should say, that people just look at me for a second and go, "Did you just say hinder?" Like, yeah.
Did I hear a niner in there somewhere?
Calling out a walkie-talkie.
Yeah, I feel like I need to be on a ham radio
Wow.
using the word hinder.
Well, I'm just happy we got to quote Tommy Boy. It's been forever.
That's true.
I think that was our generation's quoted movie.
Definitely one of them.
At least it wasn't Napoleon Dynamite like the damn
SNL
millennials have.
It was like the golden era of SNL.
Chris Farley was an interesting dude.
Farley, Spade.
Well, Chris Farley was talking about, look, he had one of two problems: drug use and alcoholism. And it was one or the other, and one was going to kill him. He basically knew one was going to kill him.
I mean, at least he was going at it with a vengeance.
Well, because he could manage one, but the other got out of control. Was basically how he saw it.
I can handle my high on one level, but
He's
not
like,
all of them.
I can deal with one, but I can't control them both at the same time. It's like, all right, that's.
He had a philosophy he lived by.
Yeah, I was like, I don't believe you, but sure. I mean, sure, he's the artistic type, and I'm not going to, value
too
judge.
many asteroids framing.
Yeah, and they were kind of pegging me in the corner there. Yeah, I'm going to go over here. They're definitely not coming from this direction, and they definitely won't switch direction.
I just happen to have a better gun, I think, and I'm able to clear out.
Yeah, what happened to that? They're like, oh, no, you screwed up on this level, so...
Yeah, so no upgrades for you anymore. Now
suck it, I suppose.
I guess the asteroids are just not carrying
also, the asteroids do tend to track. I'm going to drop the bomb. I love that it just always hits dead center. All right, I can handle these guys. These guys are chumps. These space aliens are nothing. But here he is.
Are these the aliens from Independence Day?
I don't know, but
those ships totally are.
But
wait, now it's
these are the bombers we didn't see.
No.
Oh. But this lays the groundwork for the movie. The aliens. Forget the spring.
Is it just Independence? It's
Independence
Day again.
But yeah.
Oh no.
But in the campy style of your Pacific Rim.
I'm totally okay with that.
The kaijus are actually from space. Oh,
I mean, in a world where we're getting movies like
did you just
Battleship and
did you just in a world while we were talking movies?
In a world. I mean, you gotta.
In a world where we make movies about basically everything.
Board games getting movies all of themselves. Why can't we have a?
I don't know if you heard,
movie.
But there was about 5. Well, no, I guess it was closer to 10 years ago that somebody had optioned the rights to an asteroids movie. They wanted to turn asteroids into a movie.
I mean, why not?
You don't have to option asteroids.
Adam Sandler's Asteroids.
You can just have a movie with asteroids in it.
It's basically just a screensaver that you watch.
Right? It's all vector graphics. Like I think I heard somebody at the time, so I don't know if this is original or not. But the idea of it being vector graphics when it's all the space scenes, but like inside the ship, it's all live action.
Okay, or all of the monitors that they use in the ship are
just asteroids
with
just
asteroids machines
with 3 buttons: left, right. 4 buttons. There's shoot, boost, and then the left and right buttons.
Man, this guy's got some moves.
Yes.
Oh,
that was my death bomb. Also, we fought that thing already. Is it boss rush time? Is it just a boss rush in space?
Space rush.
Stick with me here. So we have a boss rush, yeah?
We're just flying support for Contra 3.
Right. That's okay. Now who's the one who's tying genres together?
Unify theory.
Yeah. Eventually we find the one connecting thread that connects everything. It's the all theory, and then it connects all genres. Without dimensional jumps.
I support that.
Without it being in a different dimension. Yeah,
there's no multiverse. It's just legit.
Lazy. What was it that they did for WoW? They're just like,
oh, man.
I'm not saying it's a multiverse, but it's a multiverse.
No, time travel.
No.
Oh, right, multiverse with the yes, there are multiverses everywhere.
Because with Warlords of Draenor, you went back in time to a different one.
Back in time to an alternate version of everything.
Because they did we're going back in time, and everybody's like, well, won't this completely erase what we've done up to now?
I guess that wasn't necessarily the multiverse. Like, it created the multiverse. That would make sense, right?
Well,
because you go back and you change something, and it diverges from what the original timeline would have been.
But wouldn't it have to? But yeah, I hate
time travel's weird.
Don't put time travel in anything.
Time travel's weird.
Time travel ruins everything.
You brought it up.
Unless it's Bill and Ted's, which, by the way, the script is go for Bill and Ted Face the Music.
No.
There's a picture of Keanu Reeves and whatever Bill's name is.
At least Keanu Reeves does not age, so
right, but his co-host has gotten pudgy, but not overly pudgy in a way that I can't wait to see it.
It's not off-putting.
I'm excited to see it. And then there's the scene at the end where where Ted kills a guy with a pencil in a bar. Because, John Wick. Get the John Wick crossover.
No, thanks for explaining that. That's good.
I had that moment where he's not reacting.
Oh no, you're my sped protection.
Oh no. Oh, We've been rumbled. We're running this on an emulator. Now everyone will know.
Everyone will know that we're emulating.
Oh, no. Our secret is out.
Which is funny because we do have game capture now.
Right. We have our game capture system all up. But
who in their right mind buys this game?
I don't have a Super Nintendo.
I might be able to get a hold of one.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to.
Saddest thing is I actually...
Shoot the fish. It's not one of those
fish.
It's invincibility fish. Never mind. It's blow up fish.
No, I dropped a bomb. I'm just camping on it.
Oh, you're just stealing all the buffs.
I just told her she's a classy lady, and she put out. Yeah.
Well, kill all the things then. I'm still dying.
I'm just out for me, yo. I would hate for you to miss out on the joy of this bullet hell shooter.
The joy of deaths.
Yeah. I forgot what I was saying
what
before that.
What are we talking about?
But
time travel and Bill and Ted, yeah.
Bill and Ted. Now, that's a time travel theory that works. Whereas
no trying. None of them work.
It does because
all of them have holes.
After, I mean, I'm not saying it's the most perfect one, but it's the one that works better than Back to the Future nonsense. Back to the Future doesn't work at all.
Whatever, man. People in photographs totally disappear.
No, I'm saying, but if
especially if you almost make it with your mom.
But here's the thing: is if you go back in time and make your life better, the version of you that goes back in time doesn't exist. That's how that works.
It's a paradox.
No, it's not. It's dumb. It's just stupid.
I mean, same matter can't occupy same space.
But you just liked it. You just liked it. It all ends on, and you love to say. Well, I was gonna say all of this happens before, and it all happened again.
Well, that's Battlestar Galactica.
I know,
that's different.
But you always light up when
that's not time. That's not time travel.
That's cyclical history. You're right. But if you do the Back to the Future theory, then he's just caught in a cycle where he's constantly making his life worse and better again.
Well, no, it's more of a prestige thing where he has to like come back and kill his
his Call of Duty. Wait, Back to the Future of Call of Duty? Interesting.
Every time he creates a copy of himself in an alternate dimension, it's like the one with Jet Li.
But he's making himself weaker?
Well, he just has to kill him to take over, because the power thing's dumb. So he has to just go back and kill the guy who is like now happy and rich and whatever with the better.
He's like, no,
better future.
I gain power from my hatred,
kind of like Rick and Morty.
Well, I'll tell you what, that's too deep. I can't fathom that.
I mean, they do say you have to have a certain IQ.
Yeah, you have to be really smart to understand Rick and Morty. You haven't played Infamous, have you?
I have played the first one, and I have the second one. It's still in the plastic.
So we could talk spoilers on the first one, because that ending is actually really cool, because it is literally that.
How did that end? I played that at launch.
The ending is the bad guy is actually you from the future.
Oh, yes.
Who you're not strong enough to protect the ones you love.
Spoilers.
So I just said we're about to spoil it. I said that, but you were trying
No, I believe you.
So he goes back in time, just sets off a bomb that kills a lot of people and gives you your superpowers in order for you to get strong enough to stop the terrible thing in the future that's coming, and it ends with you like either letting a lot of people die or letting your girlfriend die, which kind of negates the whole you need to be strong enough to protect the ones you love, but in order to protect the ones you love, I'm going to kill the one you love. Sorry. It's a literal Spider-Man 1 and choice thing.
So did they beat BioShock? They beat BioShock Infinite to that then, didn't they?
BioShock Infinite is a little bit different in how it approaches it.
I mean, yeah, the approach is different, but
I'll say also
the end game is kind of the same.
Kind of, but I really liked BioShock
I mean,
Infinite.
I did too, and I really liked Infamous as well.
Infamous was okay. I thought the reveal was cool, but it doesn't hold up under...
The gameplay's so tight.
Yeah, but here's the thing is, most of Naughty Dog stuff...
Force lightning,
spoilers, most of Naughty Dog stuff, when you look close... Oh, wait, no, that was not Naughty Dog. Never mind. I was about to go on a rant on Naughty Dog. That's not Naughty Dog. Oopsie.
Man. Come on, Dan.
Yeah, let me just Freudian slip all the way to the conclusion there.
Stay on point. That fish, I don't know why I'm worried about dying.
I don't know why you keep yelling fish.
The fish was on the side.
The what?
The fairy fish.
Oh.
It's a goldfish that flies in the sky.
Oh, is it a goldfish?
It looks like a goldfish to me.
It looked like a fairy to me.
Or like a koi.
So, is it gold fish. Or what color is the dress?
It's black and blue.
Is it? I don't know. I never actually saw the picture of the dress that everybody was freaking out. What is that even from?
It's a dumb meme.
Right, but what is it? Where did it originate?
A dress that literally was like that. It was like a dumb question, like, is the dress white and gold or is it black and blue? And basically, it was a weird lighting trick with camera work, and like I can't remember what the actual dress was. It's one of the two.
Okay,
but in a weird light filter, it looked one way and the other. So they had two pictures side by side in different lighting. And everyone freaked out about it.
Okay, I was wondering where it comes from, because I did the research. I know where Ugandan Knuckles comes from. I did that.
I mean, he knows the way.
He knows the way. I know the way to Ugandan Knuckles. Don't worry, we'll not start clucking.
Yeah, and recently I've even seen another one where a dude takes the back of a card, playing card. And he does the same weird like lighting trick, and he rotates it back and forth, and it changes from red to blue.
Oh,
and it's a weird lighting thing.
I mean, you can
play around with it. Yeah.
Unless you're colorblind and you're like, I don't know.
I think with the dress thing, did we just beat the game?
Yes. Well, congratulations. You can keep peace on Earth. You can keep it.
Keep peace on Earth. We're taking
all
space.
the people in the world will never forget you. A hero of Earth. Your memory will be carried forever from generation to generation. Oh, they're never going to forget us.
Nevertheless.
Remember, they may come back again. Nobody knows when the next attacks will come. Probably in the sequel.
I mean, it is Independence Day.
Let's wish for
we
the
just
peace.
played Independence Day.
Right? Those people who believe the Legend of Raiden can only save Earth? What? Is it a religion?
If you believe you're the only one.
Believe a Legend of Raiden. Did we just found a religion? Are they going to worship us as saviors? Wait a minute.
I mean, they should. They should.
I think Mickey Hero. We need to go track him down and be like, all right.
Oh, yeah.
I need you to explain this to me.
It's like, what did we just do?
We just saved the Earth.
Clearly,
but you can keep your peace. I'm going to go fight aliens.
Yeah. I mean, if aliens did ever show up,
yeah,
like, that would be pretty incredible.
It would be a thing.
It would be a thing, for sure.
It would be kind of noteworthy, yes.
Yeah, slightly.
Yes, I don't keep
Would you
up
join
on
the Corps and fight the aliens?
Oh, if alien invasion? I mean, have you seen me? I'm not fit for any kind of soldiering.
That's true. We'd just be food.
But at the same time, I'd like to think I could help.
Yeah, I mean,
put me in an F-18. I'll fly it into the
War of the Worlds. They just come down and farm us.
Yeah, I read that book, the actual Jules Verne book.
Is it a book? I always listened to the original radio
from Jules Verne,
the broadcast, the one that like everyone freaked out about
forever ago. But that's a story for another time. Because we have reached the end.
It is the end.
Well, thank you everyone for joining us for this. I said we weren't going to do that. Don't click. Clock or you do not know the way. This is not the way, brother.
It is the end.
This is the end, brother. Anyway, we're gonna leave it at that. Let's just date this video. So it's rewatchability is now gone. Thanks.
It's whatever.
It's ruined.
Now people will look back fondly with nostalgia for Uganda Knuckles.
I hope so. I will. Thank you everyone for joining us. We'll catch you again very soon with another video from the Backlog.
Consider your palates cleansed.
Ooh.